What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday.
Brother Empowerment time. You know what it is.
My favorite day of the week. His favorite day of the week, he just in denial. He's in denial. He don't even know it. He just in denial. Right. So, if this is your very first time watching Brother Empowerment, Brother Empowerment is a show dedicated to uplifting males. This is not a bashing show. So, we won't be telling people what they should be doing, but we will have a healthy conversation and hoping. It's not about bashing. We're not telling people what to do. As always, it's about ending domestic violence, gender inequality, rape culture, any type of oppression of any kind. But it also is combating the negative stigma that men are in competition with one another. Yes. It's all love over here. And if this is also your first time, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms with Love is Comparable. In fact, if you hit the hashtag, you can find us everywhere. Check out some YouTube videos and all of those great things. So before we get started, my brother.
Yes.
How's your week?
Oh man, this week has actually been very, very chill. You know, still more the same. Social distancing, quarantine, stay at home.
Before y'all say anything, no, we don't social distance each other.
It's social distance from y'all.
You people. You peoples.
No, but the
2 fingers. You peoples.
No, this week has actually been really good, bro. It's been really, like I said, it's been really chill. Been doing my home workouts, which is not the same. I can't pump any iron, so I'm sad. But otherwise, man, I've just been reflecting and really just reading and talking to you and staying tapped in with people. It's been okay. It's just chill. Just chill. How about you?
Bro, well, first of all, oh, how the tables have turned. Because Jay has been doing workouts at home. Yes, him, me, this guy. The one who lost his double chin has really been working out at home.
That's what's up.
You're slack. You need to do better with your life.
I do?
Yeah, I'm just saying. And the reason being is I can fit back, look, I can fit back in one of my shirts, which is, I ain't gonna stand all the way up because you ain't gonna see my pants, but Breathe, Create, Repeat by my sister, his sister in waiting, yep. Authors in Art, who's actually doing a fundraiser. You know, some of those smaller businesses are impacted. And a lot of times people say they're entrepreneurs, but I do have a heart for those who are standalone businesses because we can, Ashley, stop touching that thing.
For real.
I had a phone call. I'm sorry. I need to put my
but
I can see me.
But people who have standalone businesses are a little bit different because if you like Love is a Parable, we can fold our business up and put it in the trunk and keep it going. Whereas people who have standalone businesses, expenses still occur whether they have clientele or not. And this is a mission, a movement, but also a lifestyle. You got to breathe, create, and repeat. And do that over. It's so funny about Breathe, Create, Repeat because it can tie into our guests. But before I do that, my week was awesome. Those who don't know, this week started 2 major feasts that are dear to me, the Feast of Unleavened Bread and the Feast of Passover. We celebrated both of those last night, and our family still continue to celebrate that. So those who do, we hope that your Passover is wonderful and great and all of that. Brothers in the house smelling the aroma of lamb.
Oh yeah. I came in the house like, whoa, I should have came on.
So our week is great. For me, this is a great time to reflect on those things that are negative, damaging, or like how some people used to call toxic. Yeah. It's about a process of getting rid of those things, but also realigning and reflecting on the thing that Mama Sire did for us, but also by being that example. Purity this week, and I'm so excited about all of those great things. Okay? But now, guys, we got a special guest. Woo woo. I say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth in the house. Tell them who you are. Ashley Cobb. She's a slogger.
Yeah, Ashley Cobb, not run a sex blog called Sex with Ashley. And I call myself a sex influencer because I like to influence African American people, male and female, how to have their sex and how to be able to speak about sex out loud without all the negative stuff that we have, picked up along the way, like parents, and generation, and church, and all that stuff. So I teach people or encourage people to be able to live their true lives and their freedom.
She was saying freak lives. I try to live their freak lives. Freak them. But no, one of the things that is so important, guys, I also put her website up there, but it's the same thing on all social media, Sex with Ashley. One of the things that I did, like when I went to an event last year that I told you guys about that I was going to help moderate this year, Ashley was actually basically like our lead on that. But
yes.
When I first met Ashley, I was just blown away by her professionalism and how she addresses such a taboo subject with open arms. And that's what we need, because I feel like a lot of things happen, meaning from a disease standpoint, from just a poor health or poor quality standpoint, because we are afraid to have conversations around tough topics or tough situations that you may be in. And the way that she addressed it was like amazing.
Yeah.
And then also I like how she walks in her authority. I think that one of the things is she's absolutely gorgeous. And she's redefining along with the whole movement of what beauty is, because sometimes if it doesn't fall under a certain umbrella, we try to classify it as unworthy or not. But this sister is brilliant. She's beautiful. She's powerful. She's bold, and she walks in a truth that we all must respect because it's true.
All those things. All of them.
We don't talk about that.
That we can hang up now. I mean, that's a complete thing.
Well, shoot, you might get a phone call. You might hang up on us midway through.
Right.
So we got a whole bunch before we move.
Okay. Who we got on?
Man, we got Michelle.
Michelle.
We got Chanel.
Hold on, Ashley didn't tell Michelle. Hey. Tell her, hey, Ashley.
Oh,
Hey. First, we got Tara. She said, "Where's my popcorn?" She said she loved the shirt, Jay.
Did it for you, my dear sweet sister.
So we got Sean Dawn is on.
What's going on, Sean?
So Tashia is on. What's up, Tashia?
Hey, Tashia.
Miss Joy is on.
Miss Joy.
Joy. Excuse me, Joy.
There we go.
B Johnson is on. What's
hey,
up,
B.
Kim Rawls is on.
Hey.
Brian Carroll is on. What's up, Brian?
What's going on?
Uncle Marcus is on. What's up, Uncle?
Uncle.
So, and let's see. So Joy said, "Oh, Ashley's here. This is gonna be good." Yeah.
I don't know if she acting up.
You know what I mean? So as long as she stays with us, it's gonna be good. So Uncle said, "Nephews, good evening. You got niece here too, Uncle. So you gotta say hi to her too." Kim Ross said, "Hey guys."
Actually, you're not telling the people, "Hey, you're not following the rules."
so she's not even paying attention. Tashia said, "We're talking about sex during quarantine. I love this show. We talk about everything. So Chanel said, "Fellas," and then Michelle said, "Hey," and then
what's going on?
Mama Garnett is on. Hey, Mama Garnett.
Hey,
she
Mama.
said, "Hey guys." Shauna.
Tell my mama, hey.
Shauna Small is on. What's up, Shauna?
Hey, Shauna.
So that's all we got there. She said, "Hey there." So let's get into it, man.
Oh, we got Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Sherry's on Instagram.
What's up?
We got Ashley Williams on Instagram.
Hey.
Oh, and Ma on Instagram too. Ma, you just doing it everywhere?
Word.
Everywhere? Everywhere? It's okay then. Right. I love it. So for you guys, we was telling the backstory that Ashley and I met at an event that I was supposed to speak at this year, PowerFest weekend. But Ashley, like I said, was amazing. And so me and her hit it off instantly. We were just sitting there talking. I didn't know she was a panelist. Remember that? And it was like, is this what a panelist said? I'm like, what you mean? I'm sitting with Ashley. And Ashley like, oh yeah, I'm doing this part. So, see, that's what happens. You become a special guest and just interrupt stuff. So Ashley does also have a lot of different discussions that she curates on her various social media platforms. And so she had one that was having people arguing. Because you know me, I love bantering.
Sure do.
Yes.
Shut up.
Michelle, before we go for Michelle, said y'all should have told us she was going to be on. We have questions.
No, we put the thing out there.
Hey, I did put the topic post out there. We didn't say no special guests, but you got like y'all.
We don't ever do special guest shout outs.
Yeah, we really don't.
That's why you gotta tune in. You never know.
It's really a surprise.
You ask the question now. Ask the question now, and I'll answer it.
Well, that's what they're gonna do anyway. So that's why.
Yeah. I don't know why Michelle you say no people's gonna ask anyway. But let's get into it, man.
Stop trying to cause problems, Michelle.
And Shauna.
Oh, guys, it is still going on. What the world needs now is love challenge. What the world needs now. So anybody, just give me 9 seconds of what the world needs now. Even if you can't sing, it's not about sounding wonderful, Cordell. It's about supporting and saying what the world needs. Ashley, he's going to judge.
Do you win something?
He's going to judge.
No, we're spreading love.
He's going to judge you.
Oh, okay.
We're spreading love through song.
All right.
I can't sing.
It's okay. It's people who couldn't sing that submitted.
Yo.
It's okay.
You hear the petty his voice? Already.
What?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm saying it's okay. If you cannot sing, it's okay. Omar couldn't sing. I'm sorry. Gorgonus could not sing.
We have to sing.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's it. But other people want to be, it's the only thing. See, that's too much. It's what the world needs now is love, sweet love. 9 seconds. Some people got it down to 7. You gonna do a video, Ashley? Thank you.
Oh, so first topic.
Can I do like a TikTok or something?
That's fine too, Ashley. Do whatever your heart desires, just not with the cucumber, without them.
So these people are being disrespectful. Tashia said Cordell didn't do one.
No.
Tara said, doesn't Jay sing? Who he sound like?
Shut up.
Chanel said, use auto-tune. I guess she's talking to me. And
my wife didn't do one either, y'all. She didn't either.
So Michelle said, tell Cordell he has to do one. I will not. And then Tara said, I did it and I don't sing.
First of all, Tara, you sounded good. You can't go with that.
Yeah. So we also got the homie Real Noe Writers on. What's up, bro?
What's going on, sir?
And so Joy said, I'm not torturing folks with my inability to sing. Seconded me too. Anyway.
Well, why don't you just speak it, Joey?
How about you rap it?
We gonna harmonize like Drake? We gonna harmonize?
You can rap.
Do whatever your heart desires. But anyway, Ashley started a discussion on this one, and I was like, Ashley, this is really a good topic that we should go live on. You coughing? Why are you coughing?
Continue.
Rona.
You coughing on my video.
I've been coughing for months, so.
Unlikely.
Somebody I got allergies.
I mean, I got allergies too, but I don't be coughing like that, though.
I had a cold. It was like February, and I've been having coughing.
You had a cold since February now.
Kerwin is on. What's up, Kerwin?
Okay, so Ashley had this discussion. Look, we ain't gonna ever get through because this is literally how it goes. Not sit down with Ashley.
Yep.
And we said we should do a live, and I'm like, Thursday would be perfect.
Yep.
So Ashley posed this question, and it had a lot of comments. The question was, do you believe in the one, parentheses, quotation marks, I'm not parentheses, quotation marks, or do you think anybody has the potential to be the one? You're the one.
And I think with that a lot of people, I saw people shared it, and they added their comments in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were hung on the word potential. I didn't mean like you wait for somebody's potential. I meant any person you date that you like that already has potential, could they be the one versus like, well, I'm not waiting on potential. Some people got hung up on the word potential.
Actually, most of these people can read and understand basic grammar structure.
Reading comprehension is an all-time high here on Brother.
Yeah, the love advocates get it.
I saw the share, and I'm like, well, that's not what I meant by that. But, okay.
Well, the coronavirus does cause foggy.
Don't do it, Jay.
What?
We got Marcella on. We got Gorgonus on. Hey, y'all.
What's going on? So the thing was, do you believe in the one, or do you think anybody has potential to be the one?
Ladies first.
Yeah.
Ashley, what was your thought process behind it?
So, you know, I'm a single Black female. And, and so in my reflection time, you know, I'm like, you know, because, you know, over time in the past, I've had this idea of like list of what the one looks like.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And sometimes I think we as women have this list of what the one, and we look for that specific person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we miss out on great opportunities of people that could potentially be everything we want them to be, but because they don't fit what we think the one looks like, we don't pursue it. So I would ask you a question. And then also too, I feel like God gives people free will. So even even if John, you know, was quote unquote the one or whatever that is, but John may not feel like I'm the one for him. So does that mean because John didn't pick me, or he was the one and wanted for something else, that I'm going to be alone forever and unhappy? I don't feel like that. I feel like multiple people can make you happy. Multiple people can be good spouses for you. Multiple people can give you whatever it is you desire. I don't think there's just one particular person made just for you. What that person died from? Like, no, you don't want to do.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, that makes sense. So you're saying too that some people sometimes have like this rigid list, and they just don't waver from that until later on in life, or maybe ever.
Yeah, like for example, I would say like I don't have any children. So for a long time, on my list was me with no kids, me with no kids, me with no kids. Right. Because I kind of felt like for a long time, and you know, part of me feels that way a little bit now, but I kind of felt like people with kids understand people with kids better. Right. Like you can understand. Okay, you know, I gotta pick my daughter or whatever. Like for me, I don't know what that is. I don't have any children. I have these nephews, so they're not really mine. Right. I can give them back their daddy anytime they want to. I don't have to like my baby. Like I'm like, okay, my brother, he kids. And be done with it. But like, you know, as I got older, I realized finding Black men without kids is a lot. They're the minority. And what I found, and then also as I got older, I realized maybe a kid or two wasn't so bad. That means my kids will have siblings, and I only have one kid, so it might not be that bad. So yeah, so like my requirements as I got older have changed.
Okay.
All
right. So we do have a couple of comments. Joey said someone has potential to be the one for the one they're supposed to be with. Okay. Chanel said the one doesn't exist if the 80-20 rule does. IMO. We also have Peaches on. What's up, Peaches?
Peaches and cream.
Tara said me and Mr. Zinged.
Peaches conversations. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Trying to make others be the one. Yeah, that didn't work. Still was a worthwhile journey. Gorgon said we all have potential. It's up to us to commit to each other. Tashia said, I believe you will encounter many forms of your one through many people you're intimate with. However, there's only that one who can see inside of you. Now pay close attention. You will only acknowledge that he or she is the one when full restoration has taken place in your life. You got Valden Johnson and Landy on. Hey y'all.
What's going on?
So as far as my take on that, I think that so there are literally billions of people in the world, and depending on your particular attraction, stuff like that, that may cut that down to some millions or whatever. So, but I'll leave that part out. But really, there are billions of people in the world, and so I do believe that there is one person who is most compatible with the person that you are, meaning the person that you were truly meant to be. And your personality, I think there's one person that is most compatible with that. I also believe that there are other people that are very compatible with you as well, because like I said, there's literally billions of people in the world. So there could be thousands of other people that are really compatible with you too. I do believe there's one person who fits with you like that master key and that master lock or whatnot. There are other people that fit too. They just may not be. They may not be as compatible. But I do think there can be multiple people that can be the one, just because there are so many people out here, and you will run into so many just dope people that have different personalities that fit with yours in a variety of ways. I don't think there's one way to be compatible with someone. I believe there's multiple ways. So that's why I said that I think there could be multiple people. I think that, like I do agree that, like you said, some people too often get caught up on that archetype, that ideal person or that ideal individual, and they just go for that. And I do think, ironically enough, as we get older and we get wiser and we have more life experiences, that list, I'm gonna say it lessens, but it shifts, and things are weighted differently. Some things are way more important than others. So
I just got chastised.
Sorry, I was just like, yo, I'm like, man, I'm trying to think, and it's just stuff all across the screen. My bad, excuse me. I lost what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so yeah, this happens almost once every show too. So
I just got in trouble. Like,
see, him doing that. But really though, it's just as we get older, we get more life experiences. I think that list becomes, like I said, it becomes a little bit more flexible, and things are weighted differently, so that it's not as black or white. As life is, there's a lot of gray area in between, and so we find out that what once was, look, I don't get this, then nothing. I stop till I get it is, oh well, I don't get this, and I get maybe something different or something similar or not as much. Like, okay, I can. That's okay. But it's just this, so yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay. So you say so you think there's one person who is most compatible with us. So should we wait on that most compatible person?
No.
Or let's find them and they have a whole spouse or something like
No,
that?
well, first of all, I don't think really when it comes to sitting down and waiting, and that's one thing I have a problem when it comes to find a person that was, find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life, find a life partner. I don't do waiting is like, I don't disagree with sitting down and waiting for that. Waiting for what? For that person to come into your life, or that person to just meet you one day, like in the movies? What are we waiting for?
I guess, but
in Tyler Perry movies, they always find.
So,
well, no, I will say this though. I'm more aligned with Tashia, and I do agree with you to an extent, but I'll clarify. I do believe that there is a one.
mm-hmm.
And I don't believe it is a waiting or sitting around. I believe that it's something that you happen to stumble upon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that you're out there saying, no, I'm going to wait till this one comes along. I think you're going to be minding your business, in Trader Joe's, and then you bump up into this dude. You're like, yo, or girl, or whoever, you bump up into him. You're like, hey. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people are looking for all of these different signs and emotions, and I think you just get confirmation. I don't think it is an emotion that runs through you. I think that it's something that happens instantaneously, and I can only use my life for an example. I met my wife September 25th, 2007. When I saw her walk down the steps, the first thing that I said was, that's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know that, but you're asking me that. It wasn't nothing that came that said, oh, my heart didn't beat fast. I wasn't sweating. I wasn't doing any of that. I didn't see butterflies. All I know is when I saw that woman, I said, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Everything else came secondary.
Yeah.
Like, we met, I couldn't get out of my head. I was like, why can't I get this dope lady out of my head? Right? I called her up and was like, man, I'm really feeling you. You know what I'm saying? And we had, we went out on a date the second day of knowing each other, like 2 days later. And I was like, man, I love you, and I don't even know why. And she was like, I smelled you before I knew you.
That's straight out of the movie.
And then less than 2 months, I proposed to her. Less than 2 months, because I'm wondering people, I don't believe in all that junk about you gotta wait and see. I believe you know that you know. And I feel like if you don't know, then you know it's not good for you, and you just really wasting your time to see what's up. See, let's talk about honesty. This is why I like this topic. Because people don't want to talk about honesty. You know when you wasting your time with somebody anyway. You knew when that stuff wasn't going to work. Don't be sitting there talking about it. But I get it, because when you look from a category perspective, you're like, okay, it checked off everything, but you know when something is not there. Because the girl I was with right before I met my wife, she checked off everything on my list. But then when I saw my wife, she tore up that list. It wasn't a list. It was just, that's my wife. It was just confirmation. And I think we overthink things too much. And why I say I agree with my brother is there is a such thing. You can be compatible with several people. I even believe in soulmates. I got a female best friend, but my female best friend, even though we're very compatible, she's not compatible with me to be in an intimate relationship with. And I think that we confuse it. I think that sometimes we sex people that we should be healing. We sex people that should be our friends. We sex people that should be helping us build, instead of realizing, okay, we vibing, but how do we vibe? What are we creating? You was about to say something, Ashley? Sorry.
Yeah, okay, I have two questions.
Two, go.
One, so did your wife meet everything on your list? Because sometimes the person that is the one for you be a work in progress, be the person cannot have a thing on your list.
Well, tell me what work in progress means for you. Because it does sound like she broke up and ain't have it together.
Okay. Say you want, you're a woman, you have a man, this one man who makes, I don't know, 6 figures, college degree. Okay? Let's say he maybe doesn't have a college degree, has a job, not college degree, and he maybe makes $60,000 for the 6 figures. So, could the person that's the one for you not have everything that's on the list of what you think you want or what you're looking for?
Well, to be honest, my list didn't have stuff like that because I'm a builder. And my whole thing is, I was like, if you survive it on your own, surely we can survive together because you got bills and you're paying them. And so, to be honest, what I was looking for was more of a person. To be honest, I was looking for more of a personality type. And so it was certain things. Yeah, I wanted certain things. And to be honest, my wife is not that personality type. My wife, no, she's totally opposite of what it was, because like I told you, the girl I was dating before my wife, she was a VP of a college and I was in higher ed. So I was like, this is perfect, but it just didn't work. But when I saw my wife, I was like, good Lord, that's my wife. Yeah. That's just my wife. And it's like, I can't imagine life without her. Even when we mad, I'm like, hold on, where we going? Where we going? Hold on, where we going? But that's me, and I do believe that we overthink things. And I think the salary and all of that come because I remember when I wrote out my goals, y'all, my goals was to get me a nice job. And back in the day, it was like, oh, if I get a salary position making $35,000 a year, I'm good.
Nice job.
So that lets you know, I think that we overthink things too much. And we miss that opportunity to see who we're compatible with. And I think a lot of times that person is just there waiting for you to recognize them, just like you're waiting for them to recognize you.
Yeah.
Well, how do you tell differently when someone can be a friend or someone is supposed to be, like you say, your best friend, you say your soulmate? What do you say?
No, so I do believe in soulmates. Like a lot of times your best friends, they're soulmates. Like I got a best friend from, I got two, a male and a female best friend that we've been best friends for years, like over 25 years.
So how are you able to tell the difference between a soulmate as a friend and a soulmate that's supposed to be like your person?
You honestly, see, this is the thing though. I think you honestly know. You're like, I really like them. I'm really vibing them. And our instinct pushes to make it more. And that's when we mess up. Yeah. I think we already know. And I think we just so used to denying ourselves, we deny ourselves when it's time to make those decisions of commitment.
Yeah, I think so too.
What it actually
I must not have that quality. I don't be knowing.
You do.
Whether my point is that that person didn't come along yet.
Yeah, you do know. We have a bunch of comments. Actually, Rasha is on. Hey, Rasha.
Hey, Rasha.
She said, I don't think everyone has a one. Wally is on. What's up, Wally? Chanel said the one versus your soulmate. Avery is on. What's up, Avery? Tashia said, no, ain't no waiting. Uncle Marky said most people want what they want and miss out on the one because it wasn't the package they were looking for.
My uncle has spoken.
Tashia said, I agree with Brother Love. I believe it will just happen. It's truly a confirmation. Brianna is on. Brianna, hey. She said, that's my belief as well. The one will just come. Landy said, I don't wait or search. I just be. When someone's spirit speaks to mine, I pay attention. Okay.
We know we talked about that part.
Tashia said, everyone out here with these fake lists need to make sure they can offer what they are seeking from that mate they seek. Well, I've always said that. If you can't mirror that list of what you want, if you can't be the partner that you want, then you got, and be honest with yourself, then something is definitely wrong.
We got some more people on.
Yeah.
We got Anisha Tanksley on. What's going on, Anisha, from the hometown? We got Lanez on.
What's up, Lanez?
We got Ryan Ray on.
Hey.
We got, I don't know who K-Sweet. Oh, that's my Soror. Oh, Chanel, we got a new Soror. She's on. Christy. What's going on, Christy? And that's it. Okay.
So Latrinda is on. She said, oh, that's sweet. I think she was talking about your proposal to your wife and stuff.
Who said that?
Latrinda.
Oh.
Tara said, that's how me and Dion were, claimed. Let's see. Tara said, tore up that list. That part.
They just disrespect. The one is disrespectful with your list. I just want to let you know that.
Gorgon said, stop fooling yourself, people. She said, wipe your butt with that fake list.
That's what I'm telling you.
She said, compatibility will confuse people that aren't really in a healed space. Tara said, building.
Hold on. I disagree with that. Because you can't be compatible if they're not healed. We got to cut that out. It's like people can act like they're healed, but they're not healed and you won't be compatible. What we do is deny ourselves of what we really are seeing. You be like, you want to see the good in them so bad that you look past the disability. But the disability is there. You just didn't want to see it. And so it's always, I should have followed my first mind. Yeah. Something told me. Yeah, something told you, but you didn't want to do it because you wanted it so bad that you didn't listen. Compatibility will not set you up for destruction.
Say that, bro. Landy said, Osnay, and she said there are multiple soulmates, and soulmate definitely doesn't have to mean a sexual bond will be involved. Yep. Tashia said, I'm Jane the Builder, Brother Love, so I totally get your point. Tara said the one feels primal, thinking isn't in the equation initially. And Kim Ross said, that subtle feeling, always pay attention to that. And then Chanel said something I think that is really Greek stuff, Z5. Z5! So, yeah, no, but I definitely think both of y'all made some great points. And as far as the waiting thing, and then I'll jump off this, I've never been a fan of really necessarily in the traditional sense of waiting for that person to just bump into you or whatnot. And so when I talk to brothers and sisters who talk about we have conversations about dating and all that, or especially when people talk about they have trouble finding that person, this and that, I always ask a simple question. That person that you believe yourself, that you think that you want, or that you think that you're compatible with or whatnot, do you put yourself in the position to be seen by that type of person?
Lanez told me, hi, best friend. Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend.
No, she's talking to me, not you. No, me. And then she said, so is it true, and this kind of goes into what Ashley asked earlier, so is it true if it's the one, they will come back if you miss out? I think it will.
I mean, I could think that, and then, but that had me kept going back to the Negro that I should have gone back to. I feel like he was one.
Come back to me. That's what
I mean,
I don't know. Like I don't know. Like the post I posted today, I was like, you can't ask no rest everybody because I was at the same nigga several times. So you can't ask me no everybody.
I think
that because it's probably somebody you're supposed to help heal. And so you was going back to help them heal, and you made it a sexual relationship. Because you Ashley, you a slogger. So you're going to get several people who are broken in the communication realm, and they're looking for you to fix it. And so some of them you are going to find attractive because you got eyes, but in a lot of places you're the healer and you sleeping with the patient.
Okay, well, how can I stop being a healer? I don't want that down low.
I think it's your assignment. I think it's your assignment, though.
I don't want to do that.
That's like, so you're going to stop doing sex with Ashley. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just Ashley.
So I think to Lanance's question, I think that the person, if it's meant to be, or that if they're the one for you, I definitely think that I think the opportunity will present itself again. Now, if what you do with that opportunity determines, I think, what happens.
And let's be honest, stop trying to be all diplomatic and noble to an accident or a mistake or something that shouldn't have happened anyway.
Yeah.
There's several people that got married to people that you know you shouldn't have been married to in the first place. Yeah. What you sitting there trying to work it out if you know it shouldn't have been to begin with? Sit down like two adults and say, hey, we know we wasn't supposed to work. We was never supposed to get married. Both of them are looking for that, but what we do, pride make you stay in some damaging situations. Yeah. If we're really honest, you knew that junk was messed up and shouldn't have happened, but what y'all are doing is robbing each other the opportunities of really being happy and being with the ones they need to be with. Yep. I like what Kim Raw said. She say, they say that they've been slow. You look past that wheelchair. So it is. It's like, have you ever noticed somebody you don't like have best friends? Mm-hmm. Like, whether you believe, like, for instance, Trump got a best friend. Mm-hmm. People actually do like him. So it's like, no matter how you feel about a person, there are other people that are attracted to that person for whatever reason. And so just because it don't work for you, that doesn't mean that that may be a bad woman or a bad dude or a bad female. It may mean that y'all just weren't compatible and y'all weren't supposed to work out.
Yep.
Right. Now, I do agree with that. I don't think everybody who I did making with, for most part, they weren't bad dudes. It just wasn't supposed to work with me. But it just wasn't work.
Yeah, and then also compatible in one or two ways, but none of the, like, I guess the ways that are major. Like you could have a great, and I'm sure we all have known people who have been in relationships that they shouldn't have been in because they had great sexual chemistry. The whole relationship rode on the sex train for 12 years, but they was trying. They were just not good the whole way, any other way, all the way around.
But let's talk about it. Because I can't wait to Brian come out, and I can't wait till you come out. But I've been studying sexual energy too. Mm-hmm. Sexual energy is sometimes confused with sexual urges, or urges, or intense urges. And this is from a scientific standpoint. A lot of times you have high sexual energy, and that's because you are created to create. Right. Meaning you might be a creative and you're holding back on your gifts, talents, and skills. And when you get with somebody who complements it, guess what? You want to go into a creating mode. What is sex? Sex is designed to create, whether you like it or not. What are you producing when you come out of that? And I'm not talking about just a child, but it's some people you're supposed to connect with to produce and create something. But what are you creating? A lot of you guys are denying yourselves. So guess what happens? You're creatively frustrated. That translates to sexually frustrated, and you look for somebody to help you release. But guess what? That frustration comes back over and over again. And that's why once that's satisfied, you can't tolerate the person. Because you're supposed to create with them, not mate with them.
As soon as the euphoria is gone, you're back to being frustrated.
Be like, I don't like this old state.
Like, hey, why am I here? Landy said, never fall in love with the person you were meant to heal for sure. In most cases, you shouldn't be sleeping with them. Definitely got to learn who you are so you understand why you attract certain energies to you. I agree with everything except the in love part.
Yep, I agree with everything too.
There's no in love, but I agree with all that.
I hear a lot of people saying, oh, you need to heal yourself before you find love, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying you don't. But what I do know, I know there's a lot of people that are not healed and toxic in relationships, and they found people who love them.
well, the love part isn't even because love
is it love or is it obsession or commitment?
Right, exactly. So Love
Right.
and love and commitment are two different things.
They just with somebody.
Right. The love has been there, and people can love them. You can love someone and not be committed to them. So we're talking about other things. We're talking about romanticism and commitment.
And trauma bonding, because
Yes.
you got some people like, you know what, he don't do this, he don't do that, but at least I got somebody, and I'd rather be with somebody than be alone.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we gotta call that stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't willing to call that stuff out. The reason why healing can't take place is because of pride. Y'all too busy defending the action, especially sometimes when it was just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you knew it was stupid, just say, man, you know what, that was stupid. I need to clean this up.
Hey, honesty and transparency. Look, I shouldn't have been with that person, but I just, you know what? The love was so good. I couldn't stand it. But after it was done, man, I didn't want to go nowhere.
I was engaged before my wife. And when we used to have conversations, we used to have conversations about it. She was like, do you see our future? Do you see our kids? And blah, blah. Like, no, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see a future with you. She proposed to me.
She what now?
She proposed to me.
And you didn't want to say no?
I ain't want to embarrass her. Because here's the thing, she was a great girlfriend. She wasn't horrible. She was not a horrible person. It's just that I just didn't see no future. And you got to think, I was ignorant back then where I couldn't articulate certain things, but I didn't see a future. But I didn't see the point in breaking up because she was a good girlfriend.
I mean,
why you laughing? You know, I will not pour my heart out to be laughed at on this show by you.
But hey, this is a no judgment zone. Ashley, why you laughing?
She's straight judge.
You know what I mean?
I feel like my life is over.
But no, I think that almost all of us, if not all of us, have been in relationships or been in romantic relationships where we look back and say, I know I shouldn't have been doing that, but I did it because I wanted to for whatever reason. But sometimes it's
just fun. Right. You might really enjoy it, but you're like, yeah, there's no future in this. Yeah. But it's fun.
Just that's where honesty and transparency and accountability really comes to play. And it's like, no, like Jay said, don't make an excuse for it or try to make it this big grand gesture of something else. Like, no, it was a stupid idea, or you knew you should have been there, but you want to do it. It was fun, or you just said, I ain't got nothing else better to do. Just admit it. Stop defending your ignorance, man. Yeah.
If you know it wasn't supposed to be, just say that. Y'all, everybody say it. It's so funny. It's so funny. So when people start saying this, actually, this is when I have to put my disclaimer. Yes, I do marriage counseling. So, yes, I have a behavioral health background. Yes, I deal with people who have marriage problems, even my own. And so you hear people say a lot of times, well, you're right. I already knew that. I knew this, or I knew that, or I knew this. Well, if you knew this, why you just didn't say it? It's that pride. You defending ignorance is only causing more hell in everybody else's life. I'm talking about the kids be all messed up, the friends be all messed up. It's so funny. Like I think about Jill Scott's song, "It's Love." They say I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got me tripping, and she go on all these things. It's love. And guess what? It was true. It didn't work. She ain't listen. She wrote a whole song about what she didn't listen to. And now we surprised it didn't work? She wrote out what the type of person he was. And guess what happened? She done broke up with him. It's love. See, we got to stop that illusional stuff, man. If we're going to talk about love, we need to talk about love. And that's why we got to be careful. Because you got these people sitting here telling you that all these different things are love, and it's not love. Love don't hurt you. Love don't make you crazy. Love don't make you stupid. Love is not something that makes you lose control and all of that. That's bullcrap. You got to stop subscribing to that stuff because that's part of the damaging culture. If you want to talk about what's toxic, subscribing to those love ideologies. I'm trying to tell you.
So, yeah, and we don't talk about, you know what can't hurt you, you know what is damaging? Our choices. They can definitely hurt you.
Yep.
They can definitely damage you.
Because love ain't going to rob you of common sense.
Yeah. All that love is madness, love is this. No, it's not.
That's obsession.
Love stands on its own, and like Jay said, don't hurt you, don't make you do nothing crazy.
I think love is a choice. Like, I had a question about someone with love, like a choice, or was it something that you just kind of like stumbled into? And I think the choice every day I choose to love you. That's what I think. I mean, what do y'all think?
I actually agree.
It's a choice?
Yeah.
I actually agree with you.
I mean, because you can, you can take your love or you can leave it. So definitely, I mean, yeah. You don't have to love everybody, contrary to popular belief.
And the funny thing is, you're not far-fetched. Like, what happens is actually we've denied our organic self for so long that we second guess things that are second nature for us. So yeah, you can take your love, and love doesn't make you stay where you don't want to.
Yeah. Take it right on with you.
Is there a time frame for falling in love?
No, there's no in love. First of all,
there's no in love. We won't speak no in love. No, love is love.
Yeah, first of all, love is separate from attraction, romanticism, sex, all of that. So what people, when they say in love, what they're talking about a great deal of time is attraction and being a romantic partnership. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Or
and you don't fall, but you don't fall in love. You walk in it.
Right.
You don't fall in love.
Falling hurts.
You wake up one day and you be in love. That's not that word now.
No. Because here's the thing, though. I love my wife, but I love my wife more today than I did when I first met her. Each day I love her more. So falling in love is some like euphoric state. If I'm in love, I'm robbing my wife of the opportunity of her growth and that appreciation that I have for her. I appreciate her. I appreciate her growth. I appreciate the things that she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The same love that I have for my wife, though, I have for my brother. I'm just attracted to my wife.
Right. I
got love for you. I'm just attracted to my wife, and I'm committed to my wife, and I choose to be committed.
Right. We both love you, Ashley, but ain't none of us together in a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. All that divisive, all this does, those different definitions of love comes from a very divisive type culture. And it's so funny because those who subscribe especially to certain faiths don't realize that it's like, one minute you're gonna say you don't do paganism or witchcraft, but you believe in a love that is pagan. So make up your mind, folks. Yeah. So it's a lot of that stuff we subscribe to that is damaging and is contradictory.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Love, and that's where, I mean, we have a good time on here. We're really, we always have a good time. But also we are here, teaching about love. Love, as Jay and I have talked about before, it's gotten lumped in with so many different things, especially sex. But it's not any of those things. Love, like I said before, love stands alone. It's not relationships, it's not attraction, it's not sex, it's not romanticism, it's not lust, it's not any of those things. But it's been lumped in with those things for so long that people can't, that there's quite a few people who can't separate any of those things. Those are all separate things. And if you're not used to talking about those things that way, it can seem like a lot, but it's just, they're not the same, not even close.
Chef Lori is on. What's going on? Team have a voice too. Ian Parks is on. Lynette's talking about Ken. We have to discuss. She said, call me. We need to discuss this.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people too who have an issue with not accepting there's no in love. I mean, I even had a discussion on my personal Facebook page, and people were talking to me about it. We had a discussion, but really there's no, again, it's been lumped in so much that it's taking all these different definitions, and it's one, like Jay said, it's dividing us, and it's a divisive topic, and that's one of the things that we're here to clear up.
So I have a question. Do you feel that people can love multiple people the same time? Like, for example, because like I've heard people say men who are married, they have a mistress, and like they love both of them.
Wait, that's not, you're talking about be attracted to more than one person at the same time?
Yeah. But I also believe it's possible to love a person. I also believe it's possible to be attracted to multiple people at one time.
Yeah.
Because commitment is very much a choice.
It's correct. Yeah.
Because some don't feel like, well, if you love me, you want to love her. And I was that's love multiple women at the same time, or people at the same time.
Well, that's
if you love me, you might not cheat on me, but you can love her and be at the same time.
Again, that's attraction.
Yeah, we're talking about attraction and commitment. Like there's a whole bunch of people that I love, and if I was in a relationship with a woman and I cheat on, that's a commitment issue. I can love her and the other woman.
That's not a love issue. That's a commitment.
That's
issue.
commitment.
That's why people also don't understand the difference between being loyal and committed.
Ooh.
Because a lot of people are loyal. They say that they have a problem with commitment, but they are loyal to damaging things.
Yes.
Like they will stop being with a spouse because of financial issues, but will be with those same friends that messed up your credit to begin with. But you loyal, right? You need to learn to be loyal and committed.
Or people say they have commitment issues, but they've been going to the same job they hate for 20 years.
Right, you ain't got no commitment issues. Or, I mean, people lie so darn much. It's like, y'all don't even realize what you're saying sometimes. Like, people talk about, I got trust issues. I don't like to be around a whole bunch of people. But you hop your tail on the elevator.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jerry.
I'm just saying. Yeah, it is sideways, Lori, so I can see better. Just turn your phone to the side. So then you'll see better too.
That's just one of the things. That's one of the main things we talk about at not only Umbrella Pride, but just Love the Parable in general is getting all the fluff away from love, because it's weighted down now. It's so heavy from just stuff that doesn't need to be attached to it, and it's a really serious problem. I mean, it's really people out here that are hurting and or that are damaging other people because they don't understand what love is.
Right, and I think that's my biggest problem is that love is supposed to bring us together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're subscribing to your definition of love and it only has caused you destruction and pain, and now you divide it, is that really love?
Right.
The other thing is, if you've been living by your own definition of love and you haven't had a positive outcome, why are you defending that?
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I'd be like, well, I need to find another way because this way ain't working.
Yeah.
But what we do, I know that I done tried love. No, you didn't.
Say it again. What they say?
I done tried love. I can live. I don't need love.
That love thing ain't worked for me. I tried it 3 times.
Yep. No, you didn't. You tried poor decision making.
You picked the same wrong person and made the same wrong 3 decisions 3 times.
And you know it was wrong, but it was fun.
I think a lot of people don't know what love is, so I think they don't know any better. So they're going off what they see with their parents or what they see with their friends. So that's how they are defined it based off what they've seen.
No, I get that.
Right.
But at the same time, stop defending that.
Right.
And it's like, that's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we have a whole curriculum. We're not sitting here just going live and talking about stuff. We put sweat and time in it to help people because it's freedom time. We really are trying to free people, but you got other people out here coming in this name of love that's doing more damage.
Yeah, for real. So, Landy,
that's why I love that you just talk about sex.
Landy said, I don't know if I agree with that one, Kings. I definitely believe that you can be in love with someone. I love my ex and will always love him. He's very attractive, but I don't sexually desire him. My love for him is still there, but it's not the same way I loved him when I was in love with him. That's what we're saying, Landy, is that you still love him, but you're not attracted to him anymore.
You proved
the point. You're not in love. What you're talking about is attraction. You're not attracted to him anymore. You recognize that he's a good-looking dude, but you don't want to have a sexual relationship with him anymore, and you don't want to be in a romantic partnership with him anymore. But you still love him. You still care for him.
I say it like this. How many people have lied on you? Ashley, have anybody ever lied on you before?
Yes.
Have anybody ever said, Ashley told me to come to you and blah, blah, blah? Or Ashley said, you said blah, 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 right?
Yes.
Well, why we can't do the same thing with love then? It's people out here lying on love.
All the time.
It's people that's coming in love name and it's a lie. Why are we defending that is the question. It's like.
Well, they may not know you different.
No, but what I'm saying is, once I get to know you, Ashley, I have to make that effort to say, you know what, I don't believe that lie. Because it's stuff that people tell me all the time about people, and I'm like, I'm struggling to believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that about. But why? Because I got a relationship, and I decided to go and make sure I understood Ashley. So when a lie come, I'll be like, you know what? It's not Ashley. I can give you a good example. Somebody went to Tara and said, I think that love is a parable and us should come together. Tara was like, oh, okay. And then the very first thing she said was, I think we should charge blah, 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 and help blah, blah, blah. Tara was like, I know Jay didn't say that. And the person was like, how you know Jay didn't say it? Because Jay don't believe in taxing the community that he's helping.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that quick? That just came alive. And Terry like, do you know so-and-so? Because they just told a whole lie. I know it's not you. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. When you understand love, you know when a lie comes in his name, you like, yeah,
So,
you look good, but you're a lie.
So do you think love has to be forever?
No.
Love has to be forever in what regard?
That was a better question.
I think some people feel like, okay, so I love somebody, like it was love, but it didn't last, maybe it was like a short-lived love. Maybe it was like a year, 2 years, or 6 months, or whatever. So it didn't last, they didn't get married or whatever. Do you feel like it has to last forever?
Well, let me put it this way. Ashley, love is you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Love only lasts as long as your lifetime lasts. But love leaves wherever you go.
Okay.
So that answers your question. Are you still with that person?
No.
You took your love with you.
Okay.
I think too. Again, talking about commitment and attraction again. You mean you can still love the person even though you're not with them, but you can also take your love when you leave. So there's a.
Well, Ashley, I love you, and this is why.
I do too.
But this is why we have the class, so we can really do a dig deep. And like some people want the footnotes to it, but there's a whole process that we go through to help people better understand this thing. And the only way to do it is by taking the class, to be honest, because that's that time where we really get into it. And you can ask any of the love advocates. We have had now over 30 people to take the course. You can ask any of them and they will tell you, like, it's not a slow process. It's not something I can do in one day. It's not something I can do just in like a week. It is a process to it because it's uncovering.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got 4 minutes. Ashley, you done took up the whole time with your one topic.
For real.
You amazing. Nope, you amazing. I love it.
Me too.
Ashley, this is when we do positive brother shout out. This is your opportunity to shout out brothers. Hey, Felicia. Felicia is on here with my former student. Instagram. This is when you shout out positive brothers that you are connected to that may just need that positive shout out. They may be on or they may not be on. So who you gonna shout out? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with?
You caught me off guard. Positive brothers.
Well, you got 3 minutes now because it's about to shut down.
Okay. So I have my friend Robert D. Cooper.
Robert.
We have my other friend Arthur Gilliam.
Hey, Arthur.
All of my male cousins, they're all positive because their cousins are kin to me. Hey, thanks. You're right.
Ashley, we're gonna have to bring you back so we can finish all these questions. It's comments on top of comments. We might bring Ashley back next week, but she can really go over comments.
You can make it like a 3-person podcast.
So we'll bring her back. Come on, bro.
Positive brother shout out. Of course, I got to shout out to brother Jay. We here every week doing this thing, man. Like this brother. I don't even say what he is to me anymore. Not brother, friend, family. It's just, bro. We just super tight. He is family. But I just leave it at that, man. So also shout out all the brothers on the live, Uncle Marcus. Shout out to all the positive brothers who really just are 10 toes down. Kerwin, all those guys who in their community making change. Whether you're an activist or whether you're a neighborhood uncle or a neighborhood brother or anything. We thank y'all. Y'all positive brothers. And shout out to all the brothers who are going to be reaching out to us and connecting with us. Y'all are positive too because we're really going to make the change and be the change that we want to be. That's all I got.
Connect with Ashley, guys.
Yes,
definitely do that.
Definitely.
But look, I'm so proud that a lot of my frat brothers are on. My sorors are on tonight. So thank you. Blue Fire in the house.
Yeah.
So definitely all of my brothers of Phi Beta Sigma International Fraternity Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to give a huge shout out to them. Definitely my brother. Yeah. Wouldn't be able to do this without Cordell. Man, I'm about to say your whole government. Without my brother, it was about to come all the way out, smooth out. I definitely want to give a shout out to my brothers like I always do. Daryl, Vincent, and Rodney, Tremel, Mike, Junior, Alex. I love you guys. And definitely everybody that is on tonight. Kerwin, thank you for always being there to support and help, but thank you mostly for what you're doing to protect us and our community. And all your other brothers, Sean, all of you guys, thank you. Wally, all of you. And like we end every night, if you feel like there's nobody in this world that love you, you have now met 3 that truly do. Connect with us, and we'll be seeing you guys soon. Make it a wonderful night.
Good night, Ashley. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you, Ashley. We'll see you next week.
Word.